Hello everyone. This is a quick response to one Emeka Livingston. I don't know where he said he is, but he seems to be in an environment where there is some snow falling or snow on the ground, cold region, somewhere in North America or maybe Europe, but Europe don't have a lot of that snow. But what he was saying essentially is that he had a message. He said that he has nothing but respect for Tony Nnadi of Ninas. Unfortunately, the rest of the thing he said was supposed to be criticizing Tony for maybe not doing enough to bring Nigeria down. But someone who is focusing on the Constitution is doing the best possible thing that you can call end game to the joke called One Nigeria. The Constitution is the basis of Nigeria's continued existence. And in Tony's reaction, he mentioned from 1913 Constitution that led to the 1914 amalgamation and every other constitution they had from that time until the one they had before independence. Every single one of them, including that of 79 and 99, they are the only basis upon which Nigeria's continued existence is being sustained. There is nothing else. It is that constitution that allowed Nigeria to be taking the oil and gas in the south and taking the gas from the east. It is the same constitution that more or less ceded Lagos Port to the federal government, including airports. I know that in other countries, federal government do have a stake in the airport, especially on immigration matters, if it is international airport, because immigration will be there, including custom. Those are business of federal. But in Nigeria, this is a criminal environment where a lot of things are upside down, where a certain criminal gang thinks they own this country. Fulani is leading that criminal group that is running Nigeria aground. And so when you see someone talk about the Constitution of Nigeria, the Constitution of Nigeria is the basis of this union at gunpoint. This union that is essentially pointing gun on those of us who want out of it. The only ground upon which it's happening is the Constitution. And that's why Ninas is saying the Constitution of 1999 was not prepared by Nigerians. It was not voted on. There was no plebiscite. And the provision for people to vote on Constitution is how states and regions or territories join the federation. That's how it has happened in a lot of other countries. When you have different, like for example, Canada had territories under British control. At a time, about 150 years ago, or a little over that, 4 of the territories came together and started the Union of Canada. Some joined later. The last territory to join the Union of Canada was in 1948, Newfoundland. 1947, 1948, you can Google it, Newfoundland. They joined the Union of Canada last. And that was because they did a referendum in their place and their people decided, yeah, it's time for us to join the Union. They became part of Canada. Otherwise, Newfoundland and Labrador were separate from Canada until 1948. And so, back to Nigeria. The Constitution is the basis, and that's why candidate Peter Obi, before he changed his position to say that it is leadership problem that Nigeria has, he once said, how can people be asking him to contest for the presidency? That Nigeria has a constitutional problem, that needed to be sorted out first. And that's why he said that Nigeria is like a vehicle without brain box. The brain box is the Constitution. That is the terms of agreement. That is the memorandum of understanding. You cannot run an association anywhere in the world. So ask any Igbo person that belongs to any association, he will tell you. The basis of that association is the bylaw, the constitution of the association. I'm a member of Igbo Association. We have bylaw. Anywhere, our people have bylaw. So that is the basis of each organization. Yeah, he said a lot of things. Emeka Livingston. He called the Nigerian constitution that it is British trading agreement. Agreed. Are we under British oppression here? Yes, it's still ongoing. How do we get out of it? By going after the constitution. Because throughout that 15 minutes, Emeka Livingston did not offer us he did not offer any credible solution to the headache called Nigeria. He did not offer anything that you could say is a thing of value, other than going through what we all know already, that Nigeria is a fraud, that Nigeria is a crime scene, that Nigeria just committed one of the greatest heists in electoral process anywhere in the world. This is the only country that cannot conduct election. This is the only country that has a centralized electoral commission instead of from local area to provincial or to state. If you want to do election in Imo State, people from Abuja will come to conduct election in Imo State or Anambra State or Lagos State. You see, so Nigeria's continued madness or craziness going on here is because of the constitution. That constitution that the president have hidden on to carry out extrajudicial killings, that electoral umpire was able to rig the election, that the winner of the election becomes someone that lost his mandate, just like it happened to Abiola 30 years ago. Nothing have changed. This place is still a crime scene. An ongoing crime is going on in Nigeria every day. That's why crude oil is disappearing after loading from the from whatever, wherever they fill it with crude oil. It disappears. No document, nothing. And it never happens anywhere else in the world because crude oil has paper trail, lots of paper trails. If you have tried to do the crude oil business before, you can confirm the fact that there are lots of paper trail that's supposed to follow any effort to even call a ship, a vessel from anywhere in the world to enter your territorial waters. And so Nigeria, a country where citizens have no right, where citizens' right to choose their leaders are completely stolen. In Nigeria, where a sitting president and sitting government are aiding and abetting terrorists, where treasury looting is nothing, because the security of the country has been threatened, so much so that the problem is not, the talk is not about how many, when this country is going to break up, but into how many pieces that is going to happen. So when you see anybody talking about the constitution, they know what they are talking about, because that's the only thing that is keeping us together. And until we deal with the Nigerian constitution, everybody here, including those that are killing the body in Lagos or Kano or Kaduna, wherever, we are all in jail. I don't care what you do tomorrow. And those that are killing Igbo in Lagos in the name of Yoruba, they are actually caliphate agents, making sure that Yoruba don't get freedom out of Nigeria. I don't care. If you like, go flow with, what is his name? The drug dealing Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He is not going to go anywhere. Until this country goes through multi-regional referendum, we're wasting our time. And this is the time for us to go through transitioning process. If you delay it, you're prolonging your headache. And I will not be feeling guilty because I've already said it, and there are lots of people saying the same thing. Put this country through transitioning period now, so that you can save lives. So that Igbo will not be invading Yoruba land like Tinubu and his gang, criminal gang, has claimed. I don't know how people who are citizens of a given country, as it is today, this country is not fully buried yet until we go through multi-regional referendum. Until then, Igbo anywhere in Nigeria are still citizens. But they are being treated as non-citizens. They are being treated as unwelcome refugees in a country that their fathers helped to build, helped to make to happen. And so our statelessness in Nigeria can only last for a period of time. The genocide that Tinubu and his gang have started in Lagos, we don't know where it will end. But let's keep our fingers crossed. Again, the problem of every section of this country, including those that are coming under genocide in Benue State, Enugu, Plateau, Kaduna, Southern Kaduna is an ongoing, like regular. The whole thing that is behind, the source of all the problem remains the Constitution. And you don't have to be jurisprudence. You don't have to be lawyer gifted in, focused on study of Constitution to understand this. That the Constitution of a country is at the foundation level. And if there's any problem with that Constitution, you have to go to it, bring down the entire structure, fix it, and then start all over again. With the consent of the people. That's where the power of the people lies. Thank you.